lighting is so nice. So today I'm going to be telling you guys how I almost got scammed out of $375 by Bronzeandboujie on Instagram. She's an account that does giveaways, like makeup giveaways. So a lot of Instagram famous slash YouTube famous people follow her. For my girls that know are into makeup, then you know about Spanish Candy, and I know Jeffree Star also added her on Twitter. So basically she's known for doing makeup giveaways, where she'll do like makeup bundles. So you'll pay her $20 and then she'll send you a bundle of like different makeup items that would cost more than $20, obviously, if you paid for them yourself and, you know, bought them individually. Based on that knowledge and the fact that she has such a high follower count, and like I've seen people tweet her saying, oh, thank you for my bundle, and they'll send like pictures, you know, it's just like, why not trust her, you know? Like, what's the worst that could happen? I'm stupid. On her Instagram, she posted on her story different pictures of things she was selling, and in addition to like, oh, DM me if you want a bundle or blah blah blah, you know, whatever. One night she had posted a picture of like, you know, some Adidas running shoes, a Chanel wallet, a Givenchy purse, I think some iPhones that were for sale, and then a Canon Rebel with 2 lenses and like a tripod or whatever that she was selling as like a bundle. So I had to get my laptop so that I could refer to the DM messages, so that I'm not just like explaining it at the top of my head, because it's happened back in May, June, and July, and it is now September, almost October, so I want to make sure I get everything right. Okay, so I had messaged her about 3 times before I actually bought the camera, because the first 2 times I was asking for pictures and she was like, okay, like I'll send you more tonight, blah blah blah, and I never got them. But I figured it's because, you know, she's running such a large account and she forgot or slipped her mind, because, you know, like, who remembers that type of stuff? It's like, hey, like, is this for sale? I'd like to purchase today. And she's like, yes it is, I've been trying to get rid of it for ages. The payment was through Zelle, which is through Capital One. So basically, if you have Capital One, you can send money to different people through the app. So I should have known right then and there that, okay, she wants you to give her the money up front before you get the product. But you know what, I wasn't thinking, I was thinking, but I was like, like, she can't really scam me, can she? Like, is she really that messy? She was like, the payment is through Zelle, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, not thinking much about it. So she was like, send me your shipping info so that I can mail it out tomorrow. This was said July 6th. Remember that. And I was like, okay, how long does shipping usually take? And she said 3 to 4 days. So we get through that. She didn't send me a tracking number or anything. The next day I was like, hey, like, am I gonna receive a tracking number? And she was like, yeah. And then 2 days later, I still don't get anything. I didn't get any tracking number. So then July 9th, I was like, hey, sorry to be a bother, but I was wondering if I could get that tracking number since I know you shipped it over the weekend. And she was like, yes, I'll send it when I get home. And guess what? She didn't send it. So the next day I was like, just a reminder, please send me the tracking number. Thank you. And she was like, yes, I will. Again. And this was at like 2:46 my time, and then by like 9 o'clock I was like, okay, so by any chance do you have any time right now? And then here comes the one of many excuses. She's like, I'm at a dinner, I'll be heading home soon, it'll be there Friday though, I'll be home soon, don't worry. And then so by 11 o'clock my time, she was like, what's your email? So she sends me a tracking number, right? I've never seen anything like this. It's through something called Shippo. I'll put a picture right here. As you can see, it says pre-transit, and it said that for like a good week, And mind you, she said 3 to 4 days. Mind you, I'm being really nice. Throughout this whole thing, I'm really nice because I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna be very polite. I messaged her on the 16th of July, which is way past the day that I was supposed to receive the camera. And I'm like, so I know you said the shipping was gonna take 3 to 4 days and it was gonna arrive on Friday, but the tracking number you gave me just says pre-transit. Do you think it was the wrong tracking number, or is this accurate? And then she's like, hi love, sorry, I've been out of town, I'll be home tomorrow. And I was like, okay, let me know as soon as possible. And she gets home on the 18th or something, I don't know. And she's like, oh, check your email. It takes 1 to 2 hours to receive. And the next morning, I'm like, I still haven't received it. And she's like, okay, I'll just send you the tracking number when I get up. So then I sent her a screenshot of the screenshot I just, put up right here. I sent her a screenshot of the screenshot I just showed you. Your order is still in pre-transit, and literally it's been like 2-3 weeks and it says in pre-transit. Like, what sense does that make? And she was like, no, that's right, you got the email from Shippo, right? USPS takes forever to update tracking, but like I said, it's sent. And I'm like, I've dealt with USPS so many times, and that I never have that problem with buying anything from anyone. So then she sends me this, and as you can see, there's no information shown that it's for my package. There's nothing for my name. There's nothing. There's just that 366, like that's a random ass number. The estimated arrival date 7/23/18. Like, what? So then I'm like, okay, so it should be arriving the 23rd of this month, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll check back in later. So the 23rd comes and it's not there. So I'm like, can you check the shipping or something, or like anything? Can you send me a picture or a link? And she's like, I'm not home right now, I'm at work, so I'll do it as soon as I get off. So she doesn't send it, and then the 24th comes and I'm like, hey, can I get that info ASAP, please? Thank you. And then she sends me, yes, it should be there today. And I'm like, can I have a link or a picture, please? And this is the good one. She's like, yes, I'm about to get out of bed, so I shall send it when I get downstairs to my laptop. It's only 8 a.m. here. And then she sends me like a picture of her laying in bed. Like, not of her, but it's like, she's like, she took a picture of like her legs, or I don't know, in her bed. I'm like, but you're dealing with my money right now, and you're telling me that I'm supposed to wait till you get out of bed when it was supposed to be here 3 weeks ago? Okay. So I'm like, I laugh at it. I'm like, LOL, no problem. If I could get it within the next 2 hours, that'd be very helpful. She was like, yeah, well, I gotta leave by 11 anyway, so like, what's your email, boo? So I give her my email again for the 3rd time. And she tries to explain to me how her big packages take forever to ship, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, this is later on in the day. I'm like, hey, can you resend that link again? Or can you send me a screenshot of the page? Yeah, so she's like, okay, like, I'll send you a screenshot. So then she sends me a screenshot, this one right here. And again, I don't know if you guys have, bought anything online, but once you get tracking, it usually tells you like what state it's in, where it's been, when it's gonna arrive, or like it gives you updates as to where it is. And like you can usually see your information on there, like your tracking number, your address, whatever. So she gives me this, and all it says is in transit to next facility, and it looks like she like edited out the name, because you can see there's like a comma, and I'm like, okay, so where's my address, where's anything? Like, it's so vague. And I'm like, okay, does it have like my address on something or something on it? And then she was like giving me more excuses, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll check back on Thursday. So after I was like, okay, like I'll check back in on Thursday, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, why is it coming in on Thursday? Like, all of this started just sounding so sus to me. So I then DM'd her again later on. I was like, hey, how come the date keeps getting pushed back? I'm confused. It's never happened to me before. It was supposed to come on 2 different dates, and now I'm thinking it's not gonna come on Thursday. And she was like, it says Thursday and hasn't changed in the last 2 days. The next day, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna ask this girl to give me something with my address on it. And then I'm like, hey, can I get a screenshot of the delivery date but the one with my address on it? And then here she goes with the excuses. Remind me in a few hours. I'm at work right now, love. Like, okay, let me just know when I should remind you. So I asked for her time zone and like her time. I remind her, and then she's like, hey, I'm getting dinner. So if you're asleep, just know you'll wake up to a picture. I wait till like 12 o'clock my time. It doesn't come. She doesn't send it. Whatever. I'm like, how long is it gonna take for this bitch to fucking send it to me? And then the next morning at 11 o'clock my time, she's like, good morning, what's your zip code so I can pull up the order? And I give it to her. And I'm like, it's supposed to come in today and I really don't know if I can wait any longer. Then I ask her for that picture that I originally asked her for, you know. And I was like, can you send that picture please from Shippo with my address and the arrival date? And then she's like, it doesn't show that, girl. It just shows your name and address and the tracking number. And I'm like, that works too. That's exactly what I'm looking for. She's like, you have all that in your email from Shippo. And I'm like, but that's the one that hasn't been updated. And then she sends me this shit. She's like, imagine finally wanting to use my computer and that shit is dead. Like, she's literally trying to make it into a joke. And she sent me a picture of like her Mac laptop with the battery symbol dead. And I'm like, does the USPS screenshot you sent me earlier include the tracking number? I don't get why it's not updating on my end. And I already sent you everything in full. So I'm literally freaking out. She's like, I can refund you, girl, and just have them reroute it. It's not a big deal to refund you. And I'm like, well, if I don't get it today, can you? I really wanted the camera. And I know it's not your fault, but this has never happened to me before. So yeah, I'm still being really nice. Later that night, I was like, hey, like it didn't come. Can you just refund me? And she was like, yes, send me your Zelle. I'll call the post office and get it rerouted. I'll be sending it when I get off. I just have to deposit cash. And I'm like, with as much money as this girl makes, this is what, the 26th? The 27th comes and she was like, oh, I figured out why it wasn't delivered. I had to pay more postage on it, which is why I never updated on your end. So when it gets there, can you please send it back? I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, of course. You remind me when blah, blah, blah to send you the money. I remind her at that time and I'm like, hey, can you send it now? And then she does this. She's like, I did it like 15 minutes ago. And then she sends me this bullshit. Again, it doesn't have my name on it. Doesn't have the amount of money or anything. And I've used Zelle before because I sent her money with Zelle, so I know what it's supposed to look like. Then I'm like, I didn't receive the notification. I can't see the name. Can you please scroll up? Also, when I sent you the money, because the amount is so great, you were able to receive it right away, so I should be able to. And she's like, I already sent it. I don't know why you're sending a request. Also, it doesn't show your name. It shows my bank info. It says right there, you're already on Zelle and you'll get it in 1 to 3 days. We don't have the same bank. That's why I got yours 3 days later too. And I'm like, Zelle is through Capital One. And I'm like, we have the same bank account. I've sent you money before and I know what it's supposed to look like. It doesn't have my information on it. It has your information on it. So if she were to send me money, it would have my information on it, not her information on it. I was like, we have the same bank account. She was like, you have Capital One 362? And I'm like, yes, I have Capital One. I've sent and received money with Capital One 360 users before. Plus, it said when I first sent the money that it was available for use right now because the money is $375. And I'll just put the conversation right here. I was like, can you just send me the screenshot of whatever that is and blur out your info? I was like, yeah, but it usually says the name of the person you send the money to. And then she just starts acting dumb. And then she's like, I'm confused. Not to be dumb. Oh, by the way, sorry if the lighting changes. It's getting darker and I'm working with sunlight right now. So then I sent her a picture of the email that I got when I originally sent her money. I'm like, this is what I got when I sent my money to you. So I was like, you should have the same exact thing if you sent money to me. And I sent her the screenshot of what I received when I sent money to her. And then she was like, if I wanted to scam you, I would have just blocked you. I don't even have the camera back, so I should be waiting to refund you, but I sent it 15 minutes ago. I'm driving, so I'll send you a screen grab when I get to work. I'll be to work in like 30. I'm like, yeah, but I never got a screenshot with my name, my information. It's all very general. All I'm asking is for you to send me proof that you send it to my account with my name on it. You can blog your info. All I really want is mine and showing that you sent the amount to my account with my name. And she's like, I said I'll send it to you, don't worry, I'm on the freeway right now, so I can't really blur out an email. She sends me like an error saying that she can't send it. I'll insert a picture right here. And anyways, so she tells me she can't send it through Zelle, right? So I'm like, okay girl, it is 2018. We have several different options to pay people. So I'm like, girl, do you have a Cash App? Girl, do you have a Cash App or a Venmo? Because I do. You can send it through Cash App or Venmo. She's like, I don't have either of those. My boyfriend does though. So I'll just text him and I'll try again on Zelle. So again, she's sending me that it's not working on Zelle. And then she's like, what's your Venmo? And I'm like, I give it to her. She's like, okay, thanks. I'm gonna give him cash and he'll Venmo it to you. And when the camera gets delivered, you don't even have to ship it back. Just tell them to return it to sender. Basically, she's just going on with the little story she has that she sent it. Whatever. So basically, she's saying that I have to wait. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. That's not going to work for me. Can you sign up yourself? It doesn't take long. And she's like, I don't put my card on apps. I've been hacked way too many times. So no, I'm not going to put my security at risk when he's going to do it because he already has an account. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to wait another hour. So I need that money today. And then she was like,
I don't even have my camera. I'm trusting you to send it back, so we are both in the same situation.
And I'm like, yeah, but that tracking number doesn't even work, so I don't even know if that camera is actually going to deliver to me. But I have already sent you my money, that's the thing, and it's been 3 weeks, which is very unusual. I don't even want the camera, but if it comes, I have no issue with videotaping it, send it back. All I want is my $375 today. And she was like, and you will get it back today, but you have to remember I'm hours behind you. I never hold money from anyone. I have an idea. I'm gonna try sending smaller amounts. So I'll send $100 every hour so Capital One doesn't flag my account. And then in the next few hours, it'll all be paid. I'm like, okay, can you send me $100 right now? So she sends it, and I receive it through Zelle. So she sends it. She's like, okay, I'm gonna send another $100 in an hour. So she was like, I'm gonna do it every hour on the hour. And then she tries to like bullshit around and try to avoid paying me the next hour. She's like, I go on break at 12:15, so I'm gonna send 200 and then I'm doing inventory today. So I won't be on my phone, just letting you know. And I'm like, so when are you gonna send it? Before 12:15? We agreed to $100 every hour. So then she sent me $200 through Zelle, and then she ended up cash apping me. And yeah, she ended up cash apping me the last $75. And that's it. And then I blocked her. But I unblocked her so I could look at the messages. But yeah, that is how Bronzeandboujie almost scammed me. I ended up looking up online throughout this whole process, like if she ever scammed other people. And I found this story about how this girl got scammed out of, I think, $400 or something because she bought a Mac laptop from her. I guess she did it the same way and she never received it. She had to expose her publicly for her to eventually give her money back. I really wanted to share this story because I feel like she shouldn't be trusted. You shouldn't give her $20 for a makeup bundle, no matter how cheap it is, because she probably buys that shit fake, because you know how they have dupes for everything. Yeah, so my theory is that like she makes fake tracking numbers and like she just saves them and uses them and sends them to people like that actually order from her. But the people that she does bundles for, I feel like she like does it for like a couple people just so that she can seem legit, and then for the rest she kind of like just scams them. Cause I was going through some of her Twitter like ats and some people are like, hey girl, when are you gonna give me my money back? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.